Hi guys, Stanley here. I'm the co-founder of valueinvestasia.com, an investment portal where we give you investment news and in-depth analysis on listed company every single week. So if you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button so you'll not miss out on any of our videos. And today we're going to talk about ETF. I remember when I started investing 16 years ago, it took me a few years to create a diversified portfolio. After reading the book Intelligent Investor and all the material that I can get on about Warren Buffett, I started my journey to create a diversified portfolio based on the value investing principles. However, at that time, the brokerage fee was pretty high, and I calculated that I need to buy at least about $3,000 worth per stock to make my brokerage fee worthwhile. As a fresh graduate, saving up to that amount took some time, and each time I save up to that amount, I have to be very careful about the stock that I choose. Then I have to repeat the whole process again. Saving, investing, saving, investing. The pressure to choose the right stock is huge, and it hurts so much every single time that I make a mistake. And I have to say, I make many mistakes. But if I can restart my portfolio today, I feel that it's so much easier to create a diversified portfolio right from the start, and with an amount just in the hundreds instead of in the thousands. And one of the best options that I found comes from FSMOne, which happens to be our sponsor for this video as well. FSMOne is a division of iFast Corporation, which is a listed company here in Singapore with a market capitalization of about $1.2 billion. And as a financial institution, FSMOne has been a key innovator in the brokerage space by being one of the first companies to push for low fees platform. With its intuitive software, you can also invest in other asset classes like bonds, funds, ETF, stocks, and even insurance, all in one single platform. More importantly, FSMOne pricing is very transparent and competitive, with trading commissions starting at just $8.80 per trade for the US exchanges. And now with their ETF regular saving plan program, which we're going to talk about more in details, you can start creating a diversified portfolio with ETF from just around $50 a month. Anyway, you can find out more about FSMOne and its platform from the link from our show notes below. And although FSMOne is the sponsor of our video, I would like to highlight that the views and opinions shared here are entirely my own. So today I'm going to attempt to create a well-diversified portfolio with the tools and resources within FSMOne. And we will do that with ETF. ETF or exchange traded funds are basically funds that are traded on the stock exchanges. ETFs are split into passive and active ETFs. Passive ETFs are portfolios that are just following the allocation from an index and tend to be very low fee in nature, while other active ETF works as a traditional fund with a fund manager making an investment decision, and those would tend to have slightly higher fees. I might feel like an old man here talking about this, but the challenges of today in investing are so different from when I first started out 16 years ago. In the past, it would be hard for me to find access to any ETF at all, while today the challenge are that there are just too many choices to choose from. For example, within FSMOne platform, there are thousands of ETFs available to invest in. Therefore, FSMOne try to simplify the process by providing their ETF focus list for us. Their focus list is a curated list of ETFs that are already chosen by their research team. Think of it as the edited choice when you are scanning through thousands of apps on the app stores. Their focus list is also split into different segments, such as core equities, fixed income, regional, single market, commodity, and also tactical. That means that we can create a portfolio based on our own preference. Say for example, for me as a working family man with young kids, I am mostly investing for my kids and something for our rainy days. So this means that I can be more aggressive in my portfolio as there's no need for cash flow now, and I should only need some funds maybe in the next 10 years. Therefore, I can look for exposure that I feel will give me the most long-term growth potential. So from their 6 segment of ETF focus list, I might be more interested in looking at their core equity, maybe regional, and also the tactical ETF list. For my portfolio, I think let's start with choosing 3 for the start. When we go to FSMOne website, we can click on each ETF to find out more about them. For example, the Vanguard Total World Stock ETF will caught my attention here with its low fee and huge AUM. Then I would also review the ETF based on its investment mandate, its past performance, its top 25 stocks that it is holding, and of course its fee structure. Very important. And from all the information here provided by FSMOne, we can see that the ETF invests mostly in blue chip high quality businesses. So I think this will make a good base for our first ETF in the portfolio. Next, maybe you might want to consider adding a regional ETF to add exposure into certain markets that you like. Since most of the largest companies in the world are mostly in the US or Greater China, this company would already be included in the previous Vanguard Total World ETF. So if you like to add something more exotic, for example like the Latin America market is a growing market with many interesting companies. Therefore, you might want to review ETF like the iShare Latin America ETF. But for me, I'm more interested in some of the tactical ETF that FSMOne is suggesting. So let's fast forward to look at those. Here from its list, there are many thematic that I'm optimistic about, such as China EV, China Tech, cybersecurity, and also cloud computing. So let's explore these. China EV ETF seems like a very small fund, but it is investing in all the main electric vehicle players in China. China has also been very aggressive in building up the EV sector and its supply chain. So I do feel that it is an industry where the Chinese player will continue to dominate. So I like this ETF very much. Other tactical ETF like cybersecurity are also interesting to me. As more of our data is stored in the cloud, the need for security will increase, and I believe that these companies will create great value in the future. So I think I will add that into my ETF list as well. Okay, and from all its ETF focus list, I have chosen my 3 ETF for my portfolio, which is the Vanguard World ETF, the China EV ETF, and the cybersecurity ETF. And now there are basically 2 ways for me to create this diversified portfolio. For one, I can buy them all outright. And FSMOne has a very low brokerage fee. I can easily start with just a few $100s per ETF. Or I can also sign up for their ETF Regular Saving Plan program. The Regular Saving Plan, or RSP, is a subscription program by FSMOne that allows us to invest in certain ETF with a minimum investment amount of just $50 per month. So I can set a $50 per month purchase of each of these ETF to start creating my portfolio. And it is really just as easy as that. I have now created a globally diversified portfolio with exposure to fast-growing trends like EV and also cybersecurity, with less than $150 per month. And by using the regular saving plan, I'm also employing the strategy of dollar cost averaging. I do not need to worry about the market going up or down, as my costs will average out throughout the years. I think this is a pretty amazing way to invest. So if you want to find out more about how you can start creating your own diversified portfolio with FSMOne, remember to visit the link from our show notes and just click on Open an Account. Hope you find this video useful. As always, my name is Stanley. Till we meet again, invest safely.